6 people.
We are? Excellent. How many people will we have online at this particular point in time, Digital Emily?
You know, a couple thousand.
Couple of thousand.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
I like
Can we please have our comments?
Yeah, well, we need some comments and stuff on the screen, you know.
This is not worth doing if we can't read the comments.
Listen, we've also got a special studio audience member.
Oh, yes,
would you
we do.
please give it up for Digital Savannah? There we go. All right. Crowd's going
She's
wild.
been a rodeo.
She
clearly.
actually gave herself a cry out. Good to see.
Listen, guys, big show. And I'll tell you what, people out there in digital land, how many people are we getting some people on there, Digital Emily?
Yes, we are.
Oh, we are. Excellent. Well, welcome everybody. Don't forget, this is your show. This is your chance to ask questions. Brad and Shrek are going to answer them because I probably won't know the answer. Okay, these guys will know the answers.
Ooh, precious.
But
Brad
make
will
sure you
always.
start asking the questions because I tell you what.
Just make sure he gets the hard ones.
Correct.
No, the easy ones.
Unlike Ken in previous episodes, we've actually got some good prizes today. We've actually got some good prizes. And could I just also
Note to
say
self,
too,
better prizes next time.
before we even start, big shout out to Tim Lesser from Loophole
Oh, yes.
for getting me. Hey, look at this.
That is
I
nice.
tell you what,
Plush
isn't this
looking
nice?
bit of kink,
That
mate.
is
Loophole Jack. I tell you what, thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
I missed the email. It was
Yeah,
all
no,
long.
clearly.
Shreky didn't get one.
There wasn't a poncho big enough.
There wasn't enough material big enough to make Shreky one. But listen, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. NIOA TV live stream for July. And I tell you what, I can't believe how quickly this year is flying
Absolutely.
by.
We are
agree with
in
that.
nearly in
It's,
August.
Yeah, it's
And I
ridiculous.
tell you what,
Nearly in
boys,
August.
it's been busy.
Totally.
Shreky, you've been up to a few things, mate. What have you been up to?
Mate, well, we've had all sorts of stuff going on. We've got new ideas that we're floating around through
Yeah.
the company. We're working on a whole bunch of stuff in the back end. You know, not those kind of things. But look, in general, we are very, very busy. We've got a lot of new advertising initiatives that we're about to run out.
Yep.
And Brad's keeping us busy with new products all the time.
All the time. When we can get them. But we're trying our best.
Yeah,
and
no,
they're coming.
And
They're
again,
coming.
You know, we're, no doubt we're going to answer all the questions about supply and all that sort of stuff. Have we got some comments coming up, Digital Emily, or what's the go? Here we go.
Oh,
Here
we
We need to
Here we
make that
go.
a bit bigger because
No,
my
I got it
eyes
in
are a little bit. I don't.
I've got to wear the glasses at the moment.
Grant
mate.
Dodds
That's good.
says hello. Hello, Grant Dodds.
Hey,
Welcome.
Grant, hey, buddy.
I tell you what, again, team, this is your show. So we've got, like I said, we've got some fantastic prizes. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. Shrek's going to tell you what they are a bit later.
You better remember.
But listen, what I thought, you know, often, Brad, Shrek, we often do the big brands. You know,
We do.
the
We do.
really big brands.
We do.
The Rugers, the Savage, you know, all
Big
the
supporters of us.
Big supporters.
Big supporters.
Big supporters. But what I thought we might do today is just talk about accessory brands and some of the smaller, you know, little
Why
known
not?
brands.
Why
Because I tell you, what, NIOA represents a lot of these
We
guys.
do.
Smaller
Absolutely.
fish are sweet.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Jeez, I tell you what.
Mate, I've
Phil-
come,
Hey?
Philosophical.
I'm
Right.
coming out with the big
Philosophical
calls
Friday.
today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I tell you what, who would think it's been 4 weeks? Hello, Robert. Welcome back. John Amos, welcome. Morning from Cambodia.
Gee, wow. You said we didn't
Wow.
go overseas.
Johnny.
Truly international. Welcome, John. Tell you what,
Johnny, I hope you're doing well over there, mate. Long time no see, and hope there's plenty of good things to shoot over there because I know you'll be trying.
greetings from Ellawong, New South Wales. Good afternoon. Dino Hoey. Welcome, mate. Welcome. Big fan. Right, well, look, I tell you what, I thought we would just talk about, you know, some of our accessory brands. And don't forget, guys, to win a prize, right? And we've got some really good prizes this month. All you got to do is ask a question. Make it a fairly sensible question, I'd be hoping. And if you've won before, don't ask a question, but, you know, just give us lots of praise or something like that. That'd be-
Make it one we can answer.
Yeah, correct.
That helps.
Correct.
If it's too hard, you just
But listen, I thought what we might do, fellas, you know, just to sort of start the show off, is talk about some of our lesser known brands. And look, just something that you guys should know is when we head over to places like SHOT Show in January, we actually catch up with a lot of these smaller guys.
we do.
Because not only do they make fantastic products that we represent here in Australia, but if I'm honest, they're just great people.
They are. They are.
Yeah, and I thought what we might do is our friends from G96,
Oh, Andy.
Andy
Alan.
and Bet.
There you go.
There you go.
Good stuff.
G96 gun treatment. So, Brad, tell us a little bit about G96, mate.
It's been a staple. It has been a staple in the Australian market for years. Now, we were just talking about this today. How long do you think it's been on the market over here? Shrekky?
I think it would be over 40 years.
Well, I know my old man uses it. He used it from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
We sell bucket loads and bucket loads and bucket loads, and I know people who love the smell of it so much they use it as deodorant, like Shrekky's trying to do right now.
Yeah. We don't.
really good stuff.
We don't recommend that.
We don't.
Mainly because of our legal department. But oh yeah, that does smell good, doesn't
Smells
it?
great.
Hey, tell you what.
Smells great.
All right, but listen, tell us a little bit about it, because I mean, obviously these guys just don't do the gun treatment.
No, they make
they've got
a full range. That's right.
How many SKUs do you reckon we got, Shrekky?
Well, we had this debate earlier too, and it ended different off air. But I'll tell
Shrekky
you,
thought we
Well,
had
actually,
about.
can I just ask who won that discussion off air?
Brad Johnson, just for the record.
So
Brad
Shrekky,
Johnson.
in his wisdom,
Zero.
believed we had about 50 SKUs of G96, and we found out we had how many?
Well, Brad said how many?
10.
Well, I actually did the research because I knew this would come up
Oh,
again.
here we go.
We actually have 15 SKUs exactly.
So 15, I do believe in. When I went to school, is closer to 10 than it is to 50.
Correct.
Yeah,
I
correct.
can't give you all the credit. You're still wrong.
The problem was, even if we did have 50, Shrek would have to take not only his shoes off, but he'd have to use other people's fingers and toes to be able to count that
Correct.
far.
Correct.
All right? But listen, so
Back to the product.
Tell us a little bit about the product, Brad.
Yeah, look, triple action. As it says there, cleans, lubricates, protects. I've always used it in my barrel after I've cleaned it. So I bore solvent.
Oh, okay.
And always put it in there at the end as a bit of preventative before it goes into the safe. So it's great on the outside. I've never used it on my gun stocks. I know some people do.
Yeah.
I recommend probably not jumping in and doing it straight away. They always say test a little bit first, but no, I use it on everything.
And what we've got a couple of big
Two different sizes. Yep. The 12 ounce
and the 4
ounce.
Yep.
Yep.
So Shrekky, mate, someone that yourself, you've got a lot of guns. How long does this sort of stuff last? Is it just set and forget? If you're going to leave it in your gun safe? Or...
For how I use it, and I think with cleaning, there's a lot of your own opinion on how you like to use the product. And personally, I would have no problem in sitting that in my barrel for 6 months.
Okay.
If you give that a good coating, give it a squirt, 6 months later you'll absolutely have no problem. Particularly if you've got things like moisture evaporators in your safe as well.
Especially-
6 months, no problem at all.
Especially in these damp climates that we live in over here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I know, look, and I love my guns. I don't get out to use them all the time, but I know I can put this stuff in there and it'll last for years.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look, so David's asking, if we could just go to that digital Emily, David's asking there, do any of the gun oils have a micro oiler attachment on the bottle? Like a needle, so that you can precisely place the oil and stuff?
Not the G.
G96 does.
They do. Well,
Yep.
Shrekky's got the thing.
And
Yep.
also, I think, Brad, you'll find when we get to Remington later on, they actually have one as
And
well.
I know Hoppe's do as well.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So there is a few brands that you can definitely look around for those.
Yeah.
And I just thought I did a bit of extra research too on this because I
Ooh,
knew
look
this
out.
was going to happen.
You must have had time. I didn't have any time to prepare properly. There you go.
Just if anyone's looking this at a local dealer, we just shipped our last bit of G96 out the door.
Our last bit.
Yeah, we're last bit because we punched
What's
so
going
much
on?
G96 out.
Oh, don't panic. There's more arriving in 2 weeks.
There you go.
4,800 of this particular one we have coming.
Wow.
So, guys, if you've run out of deodorant and you've been using your G96,
Don't use
there's
deodorant.
there's
all
plenty
right?
coming.
I'm telling you now, our legal department expressly asks that you don't use it as deodorant. All right, that's most important.
It is. It does smell.
All right, okay.
He's a great all-rounder, that's the
Yeah.
sum up.
It is. It is. Yeah, you can use it for anything.
David also says, no Bushy or Ken, and the place goes down the Googler. Well, listen, Dave, I'm still here. All right? Okay. I'm still trying to keep the place going, all right? I mean, I've got Jason I've got to try and work with. Brad's not too bad, but he's hard work, mate.
There's
He
a lot
is
of hard work,
All right.
that's for sure.
Okay, so fellas, moving on from the G96, and again, big shout out to Andy and the team at G96. But mate, over to Remington, and we're looking at 40X.
40X. That's right. Yeah. It's been around a hell of a long time too. Very sought after in competition circles and bench shooters. It's it's a really good solvent for removing copper, but not just copper. You can remove everything with it: powder fouling, lead fouling, all that sort of stuff.
People have known it as the Copper Whopper Stopper.
I don't know about
Well,
that.
I don't know about that. Mate.
I'm
Let's say
like,
what circles,
sounds like a-
what circles do you move in?
well, I'm pretty sure I've heard it described like that. So, come on.
But anyway,
Keep it going. We've got a show to do.
you've lost me again. But yeah, anyway, this one, probably not as offensive on the nose when you start using it. It's,
right.
it's a really good one.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Particularly if you're used to using a product like sweets with
yeah.
with a high acetone content. There's
Ammonia?
quite
Yeah.
ammonia and those kind of things really sort of
But
clean the
sweets
nozzle.
does work. Sweets is a product in itself. It's
Correct.
a fantastic.
Certainly is.
Yeah, I mean,
Fantastic
if
product.
you're out there in digital land and on Facebook or YouTube, what is your favourite oil or solvent of
Oh,
choice?
that's like a
Yeah.
Ford versus Holden
I know,
conversation.
well,
that is.
I'd be
We're trying not to
interested in
offend
that.
Go
anyone
for
here,
anyway.
please.
No,
Grant, he likes it.
Do they make
Yeah.
G96 deodorant?
He's the
Love
man,
that. Well, there you
man.
go. I don't know, Grant. Tell me, what's it like? How does it work with the ladies, mate? I mean, like, is it a sure thing? Is it like the Lynx effect? I mean, I need to know.
And just so you know, Brad, I also did a bit of research.
The sea, Shrekky. He's our stat man.
We've
He's
got
our stat
some-
man, Shrekky.
We've got many hundreds of bottles of those 40X ball cleaners in stock.
I knew that. You didn't have
And-
to do any research. I could have told you that.
And how many SKUs do we have?
In what 40X? One.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I had 4 SKUs written down there.
4 SKUs.
What in 40X?
Well, in Remington clean ball cleaners.
40X we have one SKU.
Have we got any comments coming through their Digital Emily? We do. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, look at
yes.
this. So, look, don't forget, Digital Emily is going to put up
Jake.
on the screen, she's going to put up there just the links to these products so you can check them out on the NIOA website. Most important, get in there. You've got all the information there because, let's be honest, we're just running blind here. Jason from the crew from TSS is online. Welcome,
look at
Jake.
Jason. Hi, all the guys in Mandurah, Western Australia. Good to see you. Glad you're tuning in.
Good.
Sell plenty, guys.
Yeah,
That's what we're here for.
Western Australia will talk slower. All right. And
Takes a bit of time to get across there.
Yeah, so G96, before they go back in the safe, down the bore on the last patch, over the stock and on an oily rag. So there you go, Michael.
Well done.
Obviously a big fan of
Yep,
the G96.
down the bore.
So there you go. And of course, the Remington 40X bore cleaner. So look, to sort of keep us in the whole range of bore cleaners, well, you'd have to say this would have to be the staple for a lot of
Correct.
people. Would that be right?
Correct.
But
When
we're talking Hoppe's number 9.
When it comes
Oh,
to
here we
ball
go.
solvent, I would totally agree. This is the benchmark since, what, 1947 or something like
Okay.
that? 1908?
Did you, did you research that too?
No, I did.
Okay, that's
Okay.
why it's wrong.
I'm going to say,
1908. I think it's 1908, isn't it?
I'll say 1827.
No, it's 1908.
I can honestly tell you I don't know the answer.
1907.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
But
Let's-
all I can tell you
We've got
is
to-
Is it on the front? I think it's on the front. It used to be on the front.
Let's have a look here.
1903.
Ah,
There you
you
go.
something. My first one was wrong.
But this is, now we're talking about staples.
We're talking about staples.
G96, Hoppe's, number
Hoppe's.
9. It is the staple. So
Who out there uses Hoppe's number 9? Come on, let's just see who's out there. And someone, Brett
loves
the
his
sweets.
sweets.
Yeah, but who loves the Hoppe's?
sweets.
You know.
stuff.
Oh well. Anyway, we'll keep talking.
Yeah, it is a bit like you said, the Ford and Holden
Yeah,
debate.
sure,
Everyone
yeah.
has their favourite solvent.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yep.
And what's the foaming ball cleaner? Come on, take us through it, Shrek. Come on, you've used this
Oh,
before.
mate, foaming ball cleaner. Well, I like to use foaming ball cleaners for more dusty conditions, particularly if you've got a lever action firearm where it's not easy to disassemble. So you blast it in the action, it sort of swells up as like shaving cream, and then it's much easier to get out the bore in all those nicks and nooks and crannies.
Yep.
It's similar to Action Blaster, but not. So it's more designed for
just
bore. Yeah. But yeah, look, I use it interchangeably with Action Blaster. That's just how
Yeah.
I use it.
So what's is this stuff you use after every time you've shot?
That is a Ford and Holden conversation again.
Well, let's have the conversation. I mean, this is the conversation.
That's personal.
I'm more than happy to,
Some people shoot
hit
their
the
rifle.
controversial areas. So let's talk about it. So
Some
you go
people-
out, you're going to do a shoot, PRS shoot or something like that. Are you coming home and doing this?
Always.
Always, every
I
time.
do.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
Go out the bush, come back. Whether I fired 3 shots or whether I fired 300, I always come back and hit it with some solvent and oil it before I put it away.
Yeah,
So always have been that way.
If you're a bench rest shooter, you're probably cleaning your bore every 5 to 10 shots.
Really?
Traditionally. So
Okay.
in a match where you're shooting 5 scored shots 5 times,
Yep.
some people clean after every one of those 5 shots.
Yeah, right.
And because they're looking for no fouling whatsoever. Other shooters will shoot a rifle 1,000, 2,000 rounds, and then all of a sudden they can't hit anything anymore, and they'll give it a clean then.
Yeah.
What works for them works for them. What works for us works for us.
Okay.
But there's lots of schools of thought as to how that affects
Tomato.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well said.
So Darren's a big fan. He says, yeah, Brad's definitely on the money. G96 and Hoppies for me. Paddy Woolley, he's a fan of the Hoppies. But Vengum has asked, I think that'd
be
is that
on YouTube.
Vengum?
That's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on
Vengum's
YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah. What does G96 stand for? Come on, Shrek, you've done all the research.
Gee, that is a good
Hang
one.
on, can I read the can?
I was about to say.
G96.
Actually got me.
That is a great question.
I'll tell you what.
I think we'll contact
I think
Andy.
we should email
contact
Andy.
Andy.
yeah.
We'll email Andy and we're going to get you an answer.
You've
All right,
stumped
Vengum?
us.
You're
Good,
well
good
done,
question.
mate. That's a very good
question.
Do we have the number 9 car air freshener?
No,
No.
we haven't had that for ages.
No, oh, jeez. Definitely use
I
the
can
Remington
tell you, we
solvent.
have thousands of those bottles in stock.
The 4 ounce,
The
5
5
ounce.
ounce.
Yep.
We've even got the big quarts in stock and the pints, so we've got plenty of these. We've got lots of this product
We
in
do.
stock. It's a great product. We sell a lot of it, so it's always on the shelf.
So Wayne Pugh on YouTube, he uses the Hoppies 9 and the G96. So it's good to see you guys out there and looking after your firearms
right.
and taking care of them because it is really important. Good gun care.
I think
it makes a better shooter.
a little
Look after your gun, it lasts longer.
Yeah, correct. A good little story. A lot of guys, old guy taught me this many years ago. When you've had a really copper fouled barrel, plug the end of the barrel, fill
it
whole
up.
whole barrel full of Hoppies number 9, put it in your safe overnight, lock it back up, come in the next morning and just push a patch through and it comes out like butter.
Beautiful. Yeah, and Hoppies is nearly one of the only solvents you can do that with.
Correct.
Leave it over.
Oh, because it could really damage your barrel.
Yeah, some
couldn't
of
it?
those abrasive ones.
Yeah, so we don't recommend it for everything, but apparently, according to Jason, right.
Shrekky approved. Shrekky approved.
Shrekky approved. So if there's any gun barrels or damage, Jason's personal mobile number should be coming up on the screen right now. And I don't know if Digital Josh has got that ready. Digital Emily, I'm just wondering, are you looking for questions? Are we finding someone that you reckon might be able to win a prize? Because I'll tell you what, we've got another thing to talk about, and then we're probably going to give a prize away. Maybe Shrekky, you might be able to give Digital Emily a bit of a hand.
Oh, I can. We can scroll up and down the screen there.
Okay.
Have we got a new one?
I don't know. Anyway, we're going to talk about something else now. We're going to talk about. We're going to get away from our cleaning products,
Right.
and we're going to head over to Alan. Now, Alan do all sorts of things, everything from gun bags,
Accessory
accessories,
kings. Yeah.
targets, all sorts of
Exactly.
stuff. But I thought what we might
Slings,
start with is the
vests.
Allen AR500 Hard Rock
Target.
Easy arm.
Look at this.
Easy aim.
Look at this thing. This thing is awesome. Brad, tell
Awesome.
me about it.
Well, pass over this way. What more?
Well, I don't know. I think people can see
want-
it. Oh, you want to hold it? All right.
Hold
Okay,
on.
here we go.
I've got to do a demonstration. So,
Right,
yeah. What can I tell you? 3/8 bit of steel plate.
Yep.
7 inch by 7 inch. On a little stand. Pivots and swings. Jam it into the ground. Shoot it.
Obviously, center fire.
Center fire, correct? Yeah. You shoot up to 30-06. You shoot whatever you want with it, really.
Yep.
Don't hit here, otherwise it falls
Yeah.
over. But stick it in the ground. That's what I would do. Jam it straight in the ground. These are your stabilising bars. And go back, test yourself. 100, 200. If you shoot like Shrekky, 50.
Correct.
And
Correct. Well said. Well
shoot
said.
like Shrekky, 50. And if you miss it, just keep practicing.
I like
That's
it.
what it's meant
I
for.
like it. I like it.
I'd probably say one caveat to that. On the road, Brad, you and I had a lot of questions about, how far you can shoot these steel gongs from. I think with centerfire, we need to just keep a bit of general logic in that
Correct.
shooting it at 20 yards with a 308
Or a 300 win mag.
it
yeah.
might not be what you'd call centerfire approved at that distance.
correct, yeah.
So just make sure, guys, like if you're shooting centerfire, you really want to be 100 metres.
Yeah, that's right. And
100 metres.
but they
100
are
yards
rated
away.
for those calibers.
Correct. That they are at a certain distance.
So listen, my suggestion is if you've got a property, right, don't just buy one.
Oh, by 5.
Buy 5 and set
cheap
them up at
enough.
all your different levels and
Test yourself.
and ranges
100,
and test
200,
yourself out.
250,
because
300.
they make an amazing noise. It's like bang.
Gong.
There we go.
Bang, ping.
All right. Probably
Dong.
Probably doesn't translate
Not
as well as
sure.
what I'd hoped.
We needed that hammer.
Yeah, but it makes a really good resonating
Really good
sound.
sound.
And just a bit of an extension conversation on the EZ, the Easy Aim system. So they have
EZ.
They have several other products in the range, including paper targets. There's some new products this year that were on a roll, so it's like a glad
Like a glad
bake
wrap, cling wrap
yeah, it
roll,
was really
yeah.
interesting.
Okay.
So they've got 25 SKUs in the range, including paper target, steel gongs, and most of the are in stock. And I think
Yeah,
since
Look out for more Allen's, new Allen
Yes.
SKUs
Ooh,
later
yes,
in the year.
Yes, we've got something
We've got a
very
very
exciting.
big plan with Allen, that's right.
got something on the cook.
Oh yeah. And listen, we're going to be giving this away as a prize,
Correct.
aren't we, Shrekky?
We are.
Mate, I don't know where you found the money in the
I
budget.
don't know.
How did this happen?
I think it was left over from Ken's because he never spent much
Well,
on it.
that's
so-
true.
Yeah, well, that's true. Ken would give away a free hot products catalogue. Yeah. But listen, we're going to give away one of these, but before we give one of those away, let's talk about something else, because Allen are renowned for their gun bags.
Oh, yes.
Aren't
Can I
they?
put this down?
Yeah, I'll put it down. It's not too heavy. And we've got an amazing array of gun bags, but I thought one thing we might highlight, Shrekky and Brad, is this heritage range.
Oh, how good is this?
Now, I saw these about 2 years ago at SHOT Show. Now, these are beautiful gun bags. These are like, this is a little bit more high end.
They are.
Let's
up-
be honest.
Yeah, a bit upper market, you
Yeah.
know. I won't go to say carry a single shot 12 gauge in it, but if you want to, knock yourself out. It'd be
Why
great.
not?
Like this is for that more discerning shooter.
The discerning shooter.
The discerning shooter, especially this, like that would go. That would really suit, the bird shooters,
Sporting clays.
sporting
guys,
clays,
he's working
simulated
from-
field,
Yeah,
field and game
all that,
guys.
yeah.
That's right up their alley. Yeah.
And you would look like the coolest.
You would
kid
be the king
on
down there, that's
on
right.
The field.
That's right.
Again, how many discerning shooters do we have out there? If you're a discerning shooter, could you please just write right now in the comments,
I am a discerning
I am a
shooter.
discerning shooter. I would love to see that on our Facebook page. I'm a discerning shooter. In fact, we might even give a prize away to a discerning shooter.
What else you got there, Brad? I saw you grab something then.
The heritage sling.
Ah, yes.
So there's another one that they do a heritage range bag.
Yeah.
Range bag, Shreggy?
Yeah, or was it
So,
like a duffel bag?
and actual fact, they do two things. They do a heritage range bag,
Yeah.
and they do a heritage duffel bag.
There you go.
Oh,
They do two things, and we have both of them in stock.
Okay.
I checked that. And this
Look at the
range,
lining in that.
just so you don't get confused, guys out there in Livestream land, this is called the North Platte series of the Heritage range. There's also another series in the Heritage range called the Laramie, which is blue.
Blue and orange.
Yes,
I've
and
seen
it's a
them.
bit more Old Western, where this is a bit more, I guess I'd say, Old English. Maybe would I say that?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Old English?
Yeah, something like that.
Yorkshire?
Is that a word? Yeah.
But yes, we definitely have a duffel bag, and we definitely have a range
all
bag.
I would say is don't just buy one.
No.
Buy the whole lot.
Yeah.
Correct.
Buy the. You've got a rifle. Buy that.
Yeah.
Want a sling for your rifle?
Yeah.
Take that too.
Yeah.
You're under and over shotgun.
Oh, I tell you what, and I
Like
think,
that.
Choke spanner,
well, what,
pouch, the
yeah,
whole
what have
exactly.
you got this up to? Yeah, up to 52
52 inch. 52.
Yeah.
It'll take every under and over there.
Yeah.
Greg Randall said, "I'm a discerning shooter."
Then, mate, there's a lot of people that are discerning. Jake Taylor says, I'm whatever you want me to be.
You got to be careful, Jake, because you do work at a shop, mate.
Yeah.
So just
Well, hang on. Shouldn't he be at work?
yeah, you should be at work. That's the thing. We know how much work's getting done today at that job.
Yeah, I see we've got
Anyway.
our spamming friends on the YouTube channel once
Correct.
again. So welcome, spamming friends on YouTube. So listen, the duffel looks the goods. Any pistol case bag options for long barrel pistols like air pistols or 50 mm?
Not in the heritage.
Not in the heritage?
Yeah, no.
But listen, there are some exciting developments with Allen, and we look forward to bringing that to you probably later in
We do.
the year. So yeah,
Later in the year, most probably early next, but yeah, we're stay tuned.
Charlie says that he is the discerning shooter. Thank you.
Yeah, the discerning
Yeah.
shooter.
So listen, Brad, I want you to just grab the AR 500 Hard Rock again and bring that out, because I tell you what, Shrekky, you need to go over and just converse with Digital Emily.
I've picked. I think there was that gentleman that had that really hard question about what does G96 stand for. I
Oh,
think that
Vengam.
is such a good question.
I think that was Vengam on YouTube.
No, was it?
No.
Anyway,
can we see that gentleman?
And ladies.
Come on, Digital Emily, get it together. Here we
Technical
go.
I don't know.
issues.
Here
There
we
you
go.
go.
If you scroll back up, I think that gentleman was well worth the.
I think it was Vengam. I think
No, up the top. No, in Facebook.
It wasn't on Facebook. I think it was
Okay,
definitely.
let's not waste- let's
Hang
not
on,
waste too
Vengam.
much time.
What is G96? So what was I, Shrek?
You were correct.
Correct. There we go.
Sorry, boss.
Yeah, that's
You were
okay.
correct.
That's okay. It's all
Yes,
right.
twice today I've been wrong.
Shrekky. Don't let it happen again.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I was
So-
right once idle this morning.
Yeah, so Vengam, can you please send us your mail details? And hang on, first of all, Vengam, you got to be in Australia, all right, for a start.
Correct.
If you're not in Australia, I don't know, we'll send you a hot products catalogue. How's that sound?
Perfect.
But if you're in Australia, mate, you get the Alan AR 500
correct.
hard rock stand. And so flick us through, mate. You can email us at marketing@nia.com.au.
Perfect.
And send us your details, and we'll make sure that you get that to you.
Get that one for free, buy 5 more.
So Chris Seigloff is asking Brad, g'day gentlemen, any news on when we may see any factory rifles chambered in 6 ARC from either Savage or Ruger in Australia?
No idea. It's something that hasn't been brought to my attention. Their new chamberings. I had this, not on that, but on a similar one. I had a person ask yesterday about 7mm PRC chamberings, and unfortunately, our commercial manufacturers haven't released any data with that yet. Not to say it's not coming; it probably will be, but just
If
give
it's
them
anything
time.
to go by the success of the 6.5 PRC, it's only a matter of a
Give
year
them
or so away.
give them time to build the market, and I'm sure they'll release something. Yeah, but just nothing yet.
David's asking any hard case options for the Ruger Charger, non-takedown version.
Yeah, Alan, Plano.
Well, I'd say it wouldn't be anything in Allen, but yeah, Pelican, Plano.
Yeah.
There's plenty of options there. Yeah.
And-
Pelican and Plano.
And I mean, David, if you're talking hard cases, just
Can I put this down?
yeah, mate, put that down. We're going to give that way to Vengam or whatever his name is. I think I'm reading that right. Any pistol case bag options for long? Oh, no, we've been
Yeah,
through
we asked that. Not in that style, no.
Come on, Digital Emily. Incidentally, Digital Emily's dad could be online today. We don't know. He often sneaks about.
He might tell her not to come back to work on Monday. Seeing us.
But the Digital Emily, would you like to come and say hello to Dad? You okay? Fair enough.
Okay.
Hey,
That was a hard
I'll say hello for you.
Hello, Digital Emily's dad, and
Glad you could be with us.
yeah,
if you're out there.
Yeah, I think she's rethinking her life choices at the moment, but we're
Greg
looking after
Randall,
her.
bring back the 220 Swift.
Bring back the 220.
That's out of left field.
Jeez, we were having a conversation about another 220 cartridge this morning.
We were
The
indeed.
220 Ferret, if anyone knows what it is.
Ooh.
There's a few people that'll know what that is.
Well, listen, we've done pretty well. We've covered the cleaning.
Right,
bit.
next.
We've covered a bit of Allen, all right? But I thought what we might cover now, mate, is Champion. Now, Champion make all sorts of traps and targets and all sorts of things, but one of their most popular, and you may not believe this out there in Facebook and YouTube land, but Shrekky, one of their most popular is this clay thrower.
Yeah, she's a great little unique little thing. It's just a single target thrower. They're great for just a short trip away, family, kids, going to
Take
the
the
farm,
shotty out, yeah.
Take the shotty out. It really, for the price of one of these and a carton of clays and a carton of 12 gauge shells, it's great fun for not a lot of money invested.
You go out for an afternoon, you do that all day.
Mate, just think of it like one of those dog ball throwers. It's
Yeah,
the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing. They throw rabbits too.
They do throw rabbits.
I've seen people do them.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
yes. No,
Okay.
I think you're...
Probably important you don't take your dog when you're using this when you're shooting.
No, correct.
That's
correct.
probably
That
a
could
really
be
important.
that
Yeah,
could be
you
a
don't
problem.
want to be doing that.
But look, this
But
is
they're
not,
cheap as chips, aren't they?
This is not something you can rave on about for 2 hours because it's a very
think
self-explanatory product.
I think we give it a go.
But keep in mind, if you're going for a short weekend away, any little hand thrower, box of clay target shells, mate, you're set for a great weekend of fun.
Correct.
Cool.
Particularly if you've got young kids that have got strong arms, they can keep throwing, keep
Cool.
throwing.
I think they've got a lot of energy, kids.
Correct.
Vengams is in Australia. He's in South Australia. Even better, Vengam. So you just email us your details, and we will get that Allen target out to you ASAP. Well, I'll get Shrek to do that for you. So
Someone will.
Done.
Someone will get that out. But further to on top of the hand thrower, we've also got this little thing. It's the Champion High Fly.
Yeah, the entry level mechanical one. They're really good, really simple, quite robust for a clay target thrower. String operated.
Yeah, okay.
You do have to cock the arm yourself.
Now
though.
listen, my doctor has diagnosed me as a wuss. right? So how
Okay.
how strong have you got to be to cock this thing?
Not strong.
Okay, cool. All right.
Not
Depending on how you set the spring tension. of
Exactly.
course.
You can adjust the spring tension
Yeah.
in there. Spring tension will obviously dictate how far you want the tiger to travel. But these will throw 30 metres, 40 metres, probably not much more. But
Okay.
you know they're limited because of their size. But look, you can mount them into the ground. I've tried. Sometimes the ground's too hard. Can't get them in
But
there.
you can angle them up on the hill.
You can too. That's right. Angle them up. Look. The safest way, we used to mount them on a spare tyre.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could always move the tyre up and down, throw a rock, a lump of timber under
Correct.
the tyre, however you wanted it to get your angle there.
Yeah.
Because they're not adjustable for angle, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah.
But, mate, we had a great time. We used to have great fun with these and play around with them, and we'd set some challenging courses with them too.
I find even if the ground's really soft, you've got to stand on the back of it a little
Yeah.
bit, because if it's too soft, it
It's
wants
still
to throw
throw
wants
out.
to throw
That's right.
itself
Oh,
out
Like
of
I
the
said,
ground.
okay, yeah.
you can do it that way. I would recommend mounting it to a spare tyre though.
Totally
It's a
agree.
lot more stable.
Can we please have a link to that for more information? Well, mate, Reese Digital Emily is already onto this. She has sent through the link
Correct.
for the Champion Trap High. Well done, Digital Emily. Have we still got people watching?
Questionable. Questionable.
Wow, resounding.
Have we still got a studio audience?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
They're getting vocal.
Someone's out there.
Right. Okay. So that's mate. That's.
And by the way, we've
Champion
got all those Champion products in stock.
Of course.
Many hundreds.
Everything you see here is in stock.
Yeah, in stock, ready to go. Now, so I thought what we might do, guys, before we sort of head on to the, to the next page and start talking about some more of our products. I thought what might be a great little snippet to do is obviously, we've had Ken and Bushy. Ken and Bushy have just retired. They retired June 30 this year, and yeah. So what's happened is Bushy was our national sales manager, and Brad has taken on that role now. And
Thank you.
you've been in the role for about 6 months. So,
Correct.
but I thought, mate, just if you could just maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and just your history in the gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the gun industry. But not only that, but as a kid, were you around firearms?
Oh,
that sort of stuff?
all the time. Like when we were growing up, all our school holidays were spent out west shooting. My dad used to shoot kangaroos professionally. He used to be a skin shooter. So
Oh, wow.
I know probably people don't want to hear that, but that's what they used to do back in those days.
Sure.
And
But there was
yeah,
a good bounty on those sorts of
there
things.
was, yeah. Made good money out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I've been around guns all my life. I started shooting. My first rifle was a Lithgow #1, single shot 22.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, mate.
Can't
Learned
be
how-
any more
Wow.
Australian than
Hey.
I
that.
learned how to shoot on that thing. Don't
Yeah.
worry about that. So that was great. I started in retail at 17 for a shop here in Brisbane.
Oh, okay.
I did. Cut my teeth under some very knowledgeable people.
Yeah.
Got
So
that
how
real
did that
grounding.
happen? You just rocked up one day and said, I'd like to...
No, I knew him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
family friend.
Yep, yep.
Sometimes, it's not who you know.
Yeah,
Not much of who you know.
fair enough.
But yeah, look, and big shout out to Dave at Rebel, and really good family friend. Got in there. Was only supposed to stay 3 weeks, stayed 9 years. But like I said, really cut my teeth on some very knowledgeable people in that organisation, and give me a good grounding. So moved on from there to Queensland sales rep for another company.
Yeah.
And did that for 11 years and really thoroughly enjoyed that. I enjoyed getting out and seeing the people, seeing the accounts, the other shops around the state. The different dynamics too. What certain areas sell and what they don't sell, and what sells here and what they use. That was always nice. Up and moved to another role down south. And the opportunity came to come back, so I'm back here.
Man, it's great to have you back. And of course, you would have seen so many changes over the years at gun shops and stuff like that.
I have. Some of I was there sort of at the back end of some of those real old historic shops.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they've moved on, but some of the new operators, the new stores, and how modern in their processes. It's really exciting to see, and there's some real positive signs for our industry going forward. I can't wait to see where the next 10 years gets us.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. And Shriggy, mate, you've also had quite a long, steeped history in firearms. Can you tell us a little bit about your history?
Look, I started out much the same as Brad. Family full of shooters and outdoors people and hunters, fishermen. So I started at a very young age, same sort of thing, air rifle and a sport co.
Yeah.
like many kids, if you didn't have a sport car, you probably had a single shot lift go. So yeah, look, I started out like that, and all through my, I went a different path for my work life. I set out of school, I went and swung some spanners and fixed cars, and ended up staying interested in firearms and hunting that whole time, and then really got into the gun club scene in my mid-20s, and got involved in that sort of community organisation, and then decided to have a career change and go and sell guns for a living. So I did some gun sales at a store down in New South Wales, and then moved into the wholesale much the same way as Brad did, and become a wholesale rep in Queensland here and northern New South Wales, and then had the call to the west for NIOA. So I went out, and I've spent 9 years out there on the road doing the WASA and NT, and as many of our listeners and viewers know, that I've been back here since about the same time Brad has been.
So you and Brad both came in as, Ken and Bushy. But I guess, guys, you've got a good history as yourselves with the firearm industry. But what would you say have been some of the positive changes or that you've seen? I mean, there's a lot of negatives. Okay, we've had, in terms of Port Arthur, the firearm industry took a big hit. But after that, the growth. The growth and enjoyment of people going out and enjoying, whether it be sporting clays, whether it be trap shooting, whether it be PRS, and that's something that's, really starting to catch on now. What are some of the positives that you guys have seen over the years in the firearm industry?
The influx of new shooters.
Yeah.
The amount of new shooters and young people and young women getting involved, it's really positive to see. When I started 25 years ago, it was very rare, and I'm not being sexist, I'm just stating the facts, it was very rare to see women, in that club scene and shooting and even...
Very much old boys club.
Exactly, it was a bit of an old boys club, and you never saw women working behind the counter. But now it's really moved forward, it's really progressive, I love seeing it, and there's a lot of women, and very knowledgeable women too. People don't think they don't know anything, but these women are really switched on, and they work really well, and it's a really good mix in all the stores, and that's really exciting to see. It's becoming a lot more socially acceptable, I believe.
What about you, Shriggy?
Oh, look, Brad beat me to those comments. I think that the influx in the last 10 years of new shooters to the sport, and I think the big thing that I like is the sense of community that has come out of this. And I think social media's driven that. We've got all these sorts of online communities for your local area. Shooters have just come into their own communities for their local area as well, and that's really built a sense of community amongst shooters. You don't have to hide behind a closet door anymore and whisper to a mate, about
what
your shooting trip. Yeah, correct.
So how long were you behind the closet?
Never at all, but but look, in general, I think that the sense of community, the amount of shooting groups that are out there, online groups, just like-minded people having a chat and engaging. And I think a part of that also is the fact that outdoor pursuits in general,
I think you're
in
right.
the last decade, whether it's four-wheel driving, fishing, camping,
mountain biking.
Correct.
My son's mad on it too.
And I think all those things are feeding off each other.
Yeah, I think
people want to get out.
Yeah.
And they want to do things.
And you will find there's a lot of crossover there too. So people will do not just one, they might do a few of those things.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Organic meat. I mean, you look at, there's so many programs on TV now. Some really big famous celebrities are going and sourcing and harvesting their own meat. They want to know what pasture it was eating, and how it was processed.
It's its own thing.
Yeah.
You look at it like, for example, a Joe Rogan podcast, and he loves going out, doing a bit of elk hunt.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Is exactly someone who does that. It's been on his own Facebook channel.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
So look, in general, I think for me, it's this whole sense of community that's come out of it. The young generation, as Brad said. And look, I think moving forward, Brad's 100% right. What we're going to see in the next 10 years
really exciting.
Is very exciting.
And I've got to say too, like we deal with suppliers all around the world. But I will say this, and it's a big shout out to Hannah at Spartan. But she's like a world-class shooter.
Yeah, correct.
She is. Yeah.
Made
the English Great Britain team for the sporting clays. So.
And she's a CEO of a hunting accessory company and a top shop.
Very, yeah. And like I said, you know, really, she's a young lady. Yeah, she's really forging a career.
Yeah,
She really
and
does.
I think we've done it. We did we had Mr. G on for for a thing, and so if you haven't seen that live stream, make sure you check that out on Spartan products with.
It was full of
Mr.
energy.
G. Oh, it was.
It was full of energy.
I was quite weary by the end. I can tell you. Now listen.
I'll be to dinner with him. I know.
Listen, I'm not seeing a lot of questions happening. So guys, if you're on, we need some questions
I think we drowned them out with Brad and I's story of life.
I'm only assuming Digital Emily, we've got even more thousands of people on. Okay.
I think we've lost.
I think I need to step out and actually have a look for myself.
We've lost the last two.
I've actually needed you to go and make sure Digital Emily's still there.
Now let me just check this.
Their dad texted, "Come home now."
All right. Listen, keep asking the questions because we've got some great prizes to give away. And look, we're going to look at a company now called Caldwell. It's Battenfeld products, but Caldwell.
AOB, American Outdoor Brands.
AOB.
And
Used to be
Caldwell,
Battenfeld.
and Caldwell is just one of their brands that fall under that banner.
Yeah. So we've got a number, as Shrek would say, a smattering of products. But I thought, Shrekky, maybe we might start with the tack driver bag, mate.
Oh, the tack driver.
Here we go.
Oh, you're a tack driver X?
No, just the tack driver.
All right, we'll start over here.
Yeah, start over there.
Well, this big boy, hang on. Let me get it out.
Don't wreck the set, mate. Come on.
Tack driver. Well, this is a long-standing staple in the bag market here in Australia. It's been around for a long time. I can remember selling it over 10, 12 years ago back in shop days. This product is really a bit of a jack of all trades product. It's got a handle, comes with a strap, shoulder strap as well. So the idea is you drop your firearm in the middle and it'll take any type of firearm. That's its sell point. It's designed to take anything you want to put in a rifle, shotgun, tactical rifle. It'll do anything. Non-slip. So really, how they've designed that is so when you pull the trigger, it bites into the grip. It's got a non-slip pad on the bottom of it. So if you're sliding over the ute, back of the ute, bonnet, any of those sorts of things. But Brad and I were discussing use of this just before, and really something you can throw on the back of the ute if you want to check your zero.
Oh yeah.
Throw it on the bonnet.
Cross on
Boom,
the bottom
it's
of the
there.
car.
Done.
Yeah.
Go shoot. Do your coal work for the whole night.
Exactly. As I said, don't just think it's pigeonholed to shooting out the back of a car.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get down the range with it. Use it off the bench at the range too. There's no problem with that. Yeah.
But these have been around for a long time now.
I-
And you know, if you haven't got one of those in your, you know,
Missing out.
Yeah, you're missing out because these are great. They're well worth getting. They're durable. They're strong. You know, they'll last you forever.
Yep. Sit behind the back seat all the time, right?
And in stock as well.
Correct.
Yep. Got
In
plenty
stock,
of
ready to go.
Plenty of them.
Come on, Brad.
Another
Why don't you sell
shipment
more of
coming
those?
behind it.
Jeez.
I have. I've sold them all.
Come on.
Yeah.
If you haven't got one, go down to your local gun dealer and buy two. It's that simple.
One
Now,
for the range, one for the back of the car.
hang on, before we go, stroll back up there, Digital Emily. I think we've got a few more questions. When are you guys going to Cunnamulla? Yeah. We're still recovering from the last time we went to Cunnamulla. Scroll down, Digital Emily. What else we got? Alan's target. Is the face of the target replaceable?
Yeah, with a tin of line marking paint, we'll replace that face for you there,
Yeah,
Alan.
yeah. You'll just need to repaint it because I'm sure after a few shots, it'll wreck. Fellas, when are you expecting your next loophole consignment? Get several on back order. Thanks.
Yeah, Vossi. I don't know what models you've got on back order, but look, there's a shipment in the air now. It'll be here next week. Whether the right models are in it for you, I will have to find out. Send me an email. You've got my email, and I'll track it down for you.
Michael James asks, is there a proprietary product to fill the rest bags with?
It's called a funnel
wow.
and some sand.
Wow.
So Caldwell don't actually have their own media that they want you to put into there?
Well,
That's
look,
a Shrekkyism for
here's-
you.
Ooh.
look, I got something. It leads us into another question,
Okay.
or another area.
All right.
So no, you can't buy the fill, to my knowledge, from the manufacturer.
Because?
However, because they just don't sell it that way.
Right.
They sell it inside. You can buy it inside the bag. Yeah.
Right.
So there's plenty of YouTube videos and Google searches you can do that tell you all the different benefits of all types of different fill you can get at your local hardware store.
Okay.
This particular one, and the reason why I said it brings up the fill, this has a non-moisture absorbing fill in it. So this is called the Tack Driver X because it's in the shape of an X. And it comes in 2 sizes. So Splitty, that one's yours.
Probably the best way to describe it. It's a bit like that silica gel
Yeah, it
sort
is.
of.
So it's
Oh, yeah.
it's like a
Inside,
large
yeah.
rice kernel.
Yeah.
That doesn't absorb moisture. So that's one of its big. They call it a plastic pellet fill. So that's one of its big advantages in this particular bag, that you can get it wet and you know it's not gonna. Because some of the traditional fills that are filled with corn cob style media, once they get waterlogged, you know, they're
Yeah.
sitting on the back
Mould.
of the ute. You might as well throw the bag away, in my opinion.
That's right. Yeah.
But this little guy's had really positional shooting in mind. And the same as the big guy.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of features here. For those of you guys that don't know what I mean by positional shooting, so let's say this is a fence post.
Say that again.
5 times quickly.
Positional shooting.
Okay, yeah.
So let's pretend this bag here's a fence post.
Yep.
You can see this has got lots of nice little shapes here and nice little valleys. So you could put that particular bag with the valley here over the top of that top fence post.
Yep.
And that'll really stabilise that bag.
For sure.
And then it leaves you that nice cradle in the top here to drop your rifle.
Drop your firearm. Yeah.
And because there's all these different shapes, angles and ways that you can do that, you really can get a bit of a jack of all shooting position.
So PRS shooting, like
Yeah, look, there is an application. Some PRS shooters prefer a lot softer bag than
Okay.
this. So
because of all their different.
yeah. But look, for an everyday bloke trying multiple different things, my personal favourite is this size
Yep, yep.
because it's packable, it's light enough, but it's still heavy enough that gives you a solid rest.
Well, this kind's almost like,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So,
Yeah.
so Shrekky, tell me about the strap though.
Yeah, mate.
Oh,
What's the strap all
Yeah, what's
about,
the strap
buddy?
for? You put it on your belt and carry it around with you, or what do you do?
You wouldn't want to do it with this one,
No.
because
No,
this one's
no,
quite
that's
heavy. Yeah.
So there is a couple of things you can do with this strap. I'll run you through it, team. So this one here, if you wanted to have a lot firmer feeling bag that was a little bit taller, you can actually really ratchet that down and really tighten that up.
So you really squeeze your bag.
Yep, squeeze your bag, and you'll find that that's now quite firm.
Let me
because
just test that out.
because what it's done is it's held the fill at the top. And then other thing that you can do, like many PRS shooters do, they'll actually sit the rifle here, then put the strap
over the top. Yeah, right.
over your stock,
Yeah, right.
Carry it around with them.
and then when you move positions from here to there,
Oh, right.
it's always on your rifle.
Yeah.
So there's a couple.
Couldn't do it with that one.
You can do it with that
Oh,
one, but that's
tell you what,
you would
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's
that'd be a
sort
bit-
of love child or something might be able to do it, but.
be a bit heavy on the barrel. Yeah.
Correct. But look, these are great little bags. They're both in stock. They're not a lot of money. Again, non-slip surfaces there, so you can drop it down onto smoother surfaces like the bonnet of ute, and it's not going to slip around too much.
And quite robust, well made.
Correct.
And again, you got the tack driver bag. You got the new, because these are the new ones. The X.
They've
the
been
X,
out maybe 2 years back.
2 years, I think.
2 years.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think about 2
No,
years.
I think they were released last year.
Okay.
So a year and a half.
So the question is, Brad, are these available at all leading gun shops?
Yes.
All right. And if they
In stock
don't,
now.
if they don't have it, ask them.
And they'll buy one.
All right.
They'll get you one.
Well, tell them not to buy one. Buy a few. Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh well, this
Come on, Shreggy,
this
keep
will lead
going.
us into this one.
Yeah.
So this is the dead shot combo. All right. So this combo's again, it's one of those that has been around for. Brad, you can hang on to
The rear
There you
bag?
go. Used to. So this combo's been around for a very long time. It's correct. Exactly. It's the most simplest, basic, great way to get a zero particularly. And then if you're in the field, I like the little rear bag to, if you've got a bipod, like a nice bipod, Caldwell bipod on the front of it, you can tote that little rear bag on your belt or on your backpack if you're hunting. And if you've got to get
Not
down,
heavy either.
Yeah, if you've got to
Not
get down
heavy.
prone,
This one's a bit heavy.
Yeah.
if you've got to get down prone to shoot a deer or something, cross a valley, you've got your bipod, drag that little rear bag. It's not much weight, and you're going to find yourself a little bit more successful than sticking your jumper or something underneath it.
But a few more applications too. If you haven't got your bipod, you can use that as your rest.
Correct, absolutely.
You mount them on some old model bench rests.
Yep.
I've seen some homemade bench rests that guys use these on. So
Well, what's
And
that?
you can buy them individually too, by the
You
way.
can, that's right.
What's that table? The
Caldwell Stady table.
yeah,
that's the one.
we've used these on that too,
Yeah.
and that's an awesome little table.
It is.
Both in stock, as Brad said.
Yep.
And stable tables as well.
And stable
100%.
tables as well.
Well, listen, guys, we've got to give away some more prizes. So, Shrek,
No,
I'm
do.
wondering if maybe if you go over to Digital Emily
All right. Have
and
you
just
done
try to track down.
What are we giving away though?
Well, I'll tell you what we're giving away. We are giving. Is it the small one or the big one, Shreggy?
We're
The
going to
budget.
give the mini away.
They're going to give the mini.
all the budget
We're
can-
giving away. That's all the budget would allow.
No, I like the mini better, so that's why.
Yeah, okay, we're giving away one of these Caldwell Tack Driver X bags, the small one, filled. So if you're asking questions, you could win this, all right? So while Shrek and Digital Emily and Digital Josh are figuring that out, Brad, mate,
What are we doing next?
well, I thought maybe you could just give us a bit of a market update where things are, because I know some people have been asking questions. Where are things like primers? Where's the powder? I mean, we go through this every single time we do a live stream, but look, let's answer the questions
Well, there's
again.
a couple of questions there we should get to too, I
Yeah.
see. But yeah, before we go any further, no change. I know we sound like a broken record, but there's no change in the primer and powder saga. Look, majority of it. Look, we're getting small, and I will reiterate this: small allocations of primers nearly every shipment now. But that's just a bit of the overflow from what's left after their OEM manufacturing. But not, majority of it's going into producing cartridges. Look, powder's just, you just can't get enough. And there's shortages worldwide. And everything like that.
It's quite a depressing thing, really. It is. I mean,
Well,
the
it is if you're a hand
this.
loader, yeah.
I mean, often we get questions. Obviously, not some not quite nice
Yeah,
emails
that's
coming
true.
through saying,
But-
why aren't you guys doing more? Listen, if we could get it and sell it,
Yeah.
we would.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's that simple.
Look, we're going as best
It's not
we
for
can.
lack of trying.
No,
Yeah,
above and beyond, and
Yeah.
look, and the guys we work with overseas, they're doing their
They're
utmost
doing
for
their
us as well, and we do get looked after. I would dare say we get looked after better than probably some around the world, But it's just where we are at the moment. It's the market. It's
When they look at you and you say we've sold, half a dozen years worth of components, and sorry, you got to be in the queue. There's no
not much
answer
you
to
can
that.
do.
no, that's right. Well, Vista have back orders for 10 years worth of primers right now, so we're just lucky we're still getting little bits through. Yeah.
Which I, if I could point out, is actually quite a heck of a long time. When you think about it, 10 years, that's a long time.
But look, we're always, and the guys downstairs, they're always looking too. And every time we see something that we think we can make work and get here to Australia, we do try and we do touch base. And it's not an easy thing we're trying to do at the moment. That's all.
So we've got a few more questions coming through. So Greg's asking, any federal 9mm Syntec bulk ammo on the horizon?
Look, no bulk ammo. We've got plenty of Syntec 115 grain in stock now. Well, we did have 2 days ago. I don't know if it's still there, but only in the 50 packs. But we're just taking what we can get, Greg. I can tell you there is a really good quantity of 124 grain Syntec in transit to us now. So look, that's something. I know it doesn't make up for not having primers and powder for your pistol shooters, but look, we're trying to get what we can, and we've got good supplies of 9mm coming. So
Someone's asking, are you guys able to custom paint a loophole scope if I'm getting a CDS done?
yes,
The answer is very simple.
certainly
on that
can.
one.
Speak to our guys in the lab. If you've got a colour in mind, drop them an email, let them know. There's 99% chance we've got it. If we haven't, we'll try and source it. But we can definitely do that.
I reckon Josh...
Loophole.com.au.
loophole.com.au.
is
You can
the
go and have a bit
best
of a
source
look around.
information for that.
Josh, I don't know, mate. It depends also what colour you're after. I know we've got blues and silvers and all
We've
sorts
got
of things.
a fair range there. Don't worry.
African sunrise, I'm not so sure. All right?
Loophole.com.au.
Check it out.
Check it out there.
we'll go
You
from
can
there.
build a
That's
quote
right.
on that website. You can check out the other engravings. It'll spit you out a quote. It'll email our team, and we can get back to you on that.
And I'll tell you what, while we're talking loophole and loophole.com.au and CDS dials, one thing that we're really noticing here in Australia is New Zealand is a big fan of CDS dials.
Yes, they love
all right, and I can't understand why Australians just aren't jumping onto this, because they're fantastic.
They are.
They are amazing. So just really simple. You get the scope. You get your ammo, you get your elevation, you get all that sort of stuff. We enter it all in.
You tell us, and we'll laser engrave the dial for you. Make it simple.
Yep. And then basically you get out there and you just go, right, well, this is at 100. Oh, well, I'll range finder that at 200. You just turn your dial.
200.
Bang.
Bang, dead on.
It's amazing.
There's several good YouTube videos on our
I
channel.
think one starring Shrekky too.
Yeah, there's one.
There is.
One star and
There
Shrekky.
is.
Look, at
not
the
a
end of the
popular
day,
video,
if you buy a
but,
CDS
yeah. I
I think we
loophole
sold one
scope,
of it.
most of the range now is CDS.
Correct.
isn't it?
Most of them are.
And you get a free dial with that.
You get a free dial boot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. You've just got to give us your load data
Yep.
and not off the packet of the ammunition.
No.
Not off the packet of
Yeah,
the
if you
ammunition.
really want it to be a schmick,
Sure.
yeah, just do a little bit, chronograph it. Get us some precise data.
Some
we'll get it.
gunsmiths offer a cheap chronographing service. So you take your rifle in, your ammunition.
Because-
If you don't want to buy a chronographer, you don't have access to one, it doesn't cost a lot of money, then you can spit that data, fill the form in on loophole.com.au.
Mm-hmm. Right, so hang on. So before we give that bag away, we've got other bags. We've got a few more questions. Are the bags washable?
Well, you could definitely this one, you can wash it via a pressure cleaner.
Oh, there you go.
You could just use a little Karcher pressure
didn't know
cleaner
that,
to
but
that,
yeah.
no
Yeah,
problem at all.
good
Yeah, because it doesn't keep.
It doesn't hold the water.
Yep.
Doesn't hold the water as long as you're not holding the pressure cleaner straight up to it to cut the fabric. If you were doing it in a sensible fashion, I'd have no problem pressure cleaning.
There you
that.
go. If it doesn't work,
She's Shrek
Like
again.
Shrekky again, put his number up.
His personal phone number will be coming up on the screen right now. Call anytime.
And our question, I saw. Can you scroll down Digital Amity on Facebook to Rocky?
Did you just call her Emity or
No,
Emily?
Emily. Say
Okay,
Emily.
just checking. Because Mr.
I got to put my glasses on.
Digital is on there.
Mr.
watching.
Jaswinski.
All right, Roger. So I think Rocky's question here is a good one, and I think it's worthy of a prize also.
Oh, Rocky. Come on.
So what is Rocky's question?
Rocky's question is weight on the Tack Driver X bag. Might want to grab one for PRS.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Rocky, I had Digital Emily
Research?
do some research
We
for
should,
us.
we should make them guess.
Hey, yeah, what do you reckon? That's a great idea.
Well, if they just click the NIOA.com.au link,
Oh.
tell them.
It's like an open book test.
Correct.
I tried.
What does it come in at, Shrekky? I'm
mini-
going to guess 3 kilograms.
No,
Oh,
680 for the small one,
well, there you go.
680 kilo. How would he pick that up?
and 3 kilos for the big guy. So you were half right.
I was half right.
You were half right.
680.
So, and Rocky, send us to marketing@naya.com.au
Yep.
your details or private
Message on Facebook.
messages.
Yeah, if you message us on
We'll
Facebook,
send you one of those.
just
minis
don't
out.
put your address in the actual comment section because, yeah, that's not a good thing to do.
Ely
So-
titanium shotgun
yeah,
shells.
someone's asking about what about some of the Ely titanium shotgun shells. Brad, over to you.
I didn't know they made them.
I cannot pronounce Vanessa's last name though.
Yeah, I can't answer that. That's a Shrekky one.
Is it? Jesus, I like how this is
Come
going.
on, Ely, come on.
No idea.
No idea. Yeah, sorry, mate. But I'll tell you what,
Bismuth is a different question.
yeah,
But,
we'll
but
take
titanium-
that question on notice and we'll do a little bit of research.
Correct.
Dion asked the question with the apparent popularity of, if you could just hold that. What are you doing to me?
Where did it go?
That's down the bottom, mate, down the bottom. Okay, keep going. There we go. He's asking, with the apparent popularity of the Bushmeister BX12, what aftermarket parts will fit? And in particular, how about a lever that fits both sides?
That's a bloody good question.
Well done, Dion.
That is a cracker. Look,
Ooh,
first
it could
of
be in
all,
the running
it's-
for the third prize. Who knows?
First of all, it's not apparent popularity. This is the most popular gun that we have
correct.
seen in the market.
Yeah,
in
stop
years.
talking it down, Dion.
Yeah, that's not apparent. But anyway, I'll correct you there. But that is, look, there's no aftermarket parts yet. You know, this is
This is a new gun to the
brand
market.
new, yeah, brand new to the market. There's nothing available yet. But that is a really good question about a lever on that fits both sides. I don't believe the design will let it happen. It would be great if it could. But the way it's designed with the way the bolt comes back and the recoil operating system, yeah, I don't believe that it's operational.
Look, I think I'd like to extend that a little bit. That answer is that if you take an example of what happened with Adler, it took about 2 years for a whole heap of other aftermarket accessory companies that aren't anything to do with NIOA.
That is true.
To see the popularity of the product, design some stuff and bring it to the market. And I really think in 12 months, maybe 18 months time, maybe sooner, that you'll find these smaller
they'll start.
aftermarket
There we
companies.
start rolling out. Yeah,
But
that's right.
particularly as we supply more product to the market.
Yep.
And Michael's also asking, a rifle barrel would be handy. Any thoughts of a rifle barrel?
No.
Buy an Adler.
Yeah. No, look, we haven't thought about a rifled barrel option. Yeah. I don't know if the popularity will be there straight away. We got a quantity of other guns to supply first before we
Yeah,
can get
for
into
sure.
looking at
Correct.
that.
Oh, look out, Rocky Chen's happy. Well,
Of course
look,
he is.
Rocky, congratulations,
Yeah.
mate. This is yours. This is going to make its way. If you haven't got a gun, doesn't matter. You can use it as a pillow, use it as a doorstop, use it as a paperweight,
Egyptian
all
ones.
sorts of things. Brilliant.
Those Egyptian pillows.
Yeah, I reckon you have
The
a sore
Pharaoh
neck after using that. I don't know.
Pharaoh
That's just me. But listen, fellas, we're going to keep it cruising because we've got a little bit more to get through. We're going to look at Plano now. And
Ooh.
Shreggy, have you got extender arms over here?
What do you want to talk about
We're going to
first?
start with some pistol ammo boxes,
Oh,
mate, and some rifle
Wow,
ammo
not so much
boxes.
pistol ammo as well. Beautiful.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Look at this. These are great.
Wow. So how much can we say about plastic ammo boxes?
Let's
Well,
give it a go.
We're going to give it a
We're going to
really
give it a
crack.
red hot shot.
Look, these Plano ones are really good. Now, we've all used competitors' brands in the past with moulded hinges, and, you know, after a little while, they
Snap.
snap. Correct. These are great. These are on a proper hinge. The lid clicks off too.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you can
that-
snap the lid off.
People also use them as loading trays when you're loading.
You're doing some reloading,
But yeah, these are really good, really generous.
This
They-
one's going half price too, by the way.
No. You can whack it back on.
But Shrekky, thank you for demonstrating how the lid comes off, because that's what they do. That's a really good feature.
Digital Emily uses this as a makeup brushes, just to all that
At
sort of
a,
stuff.
at a desk every
At a
morning.
desk.
But it's not just pistol stuff. They do rifle. They do, 223,
Yeah.
up to your medium cal 308, up to your magnum calibers too. 20 round slip-on ones, 50 round hinge ones.
I've
Comes
got
with
some
some
other
stickers.
samples here.
Well, yeah, of course. When you're loading them, you want to know what load you put in. You want
Yeah.
to know what powder and what charge and
awesome.
stuff.
Pretty old school style, this one. The old
That
20,
is-
the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
20 rounder.
But that is a beauty. It's a beauty for carrying in your backpack.
Correct.
And things like 375 H&H, if you go in the territory, you're not shooting a lot of rounds. That's a great size one.
It is.
Deer hunting.
Yeah, have we got a 220 ferret?
Oh, mate, this one will fit anything. Look at this, 220 Swift. I mean ferret. That one's
Yeah, there we go.
Righto.
This blue one is one that I've been using for many, many years. I think I've got 22 to 50,
Yeah.
6x47 Lapure, and Brad talked about it earlier today when we were having a conversation about this. Is they're very generous in their sizing.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you can put
Set your projectiles out nice and long too.
VLD style loading in there has been no problem at all.
But the different colours, different calibers, you can certainly really organise your bench, get
Correct.
yourself set up.
And we have thousands in stock legitimately. I check.
It's hard to keep going on about a plastic box, but I'll tell you
I
what,
think we did a good job.
Plano do a pretty good job.
We've
of it, I'll
done a
tell
good
you.
job of
Yeah.
belting that one out. And here we go. Here, Brad, this is all down your
All right,
alley.
come
this
on,
one.
Brad.
What are we talking about?
We are going to talk about.
Hang on, hang on.
Bud.
Oh, my favourite.
That's what I'm saying. This is down your alley. Here we go.
mate.
This
The
is
field box.
only half of it. Yes, the
Here's
shooter's
what I
case.
prepared
Shooter's case.
earlier.
The shooter's case. Now, there's probably a picture up on screen that shows it in its entirety, but these are fantastic.
This is awesome.
They are fantastic for taking to the range, taking out bush, taking camping, taking wherever you want. Now, inside you've got all this huge space. You can store ammunition. Take that plastic bag out. We'll get rid of that.
Sorry,
Heap of space, ammo.
Couple of tins.
Tins of what?
Soft drink.
Thank you. Wouldn't keep them cold, but anyway, yeah, that's good. But these, this is the good thing. It turns it straight into a gun rest. So, if you're in the back of the ute, you're in the middle of, a salt pan somewhere.
You're using your quart of hoppies to clean your rifle.
Jets
Yeah,
were clear.
Oh, clear gun.
So
clear
what
gun.
you've done, you've dropped your gun over the side. It's full of dirt. You think, I've got to clean it, but how do I do it without scratching it?
Look at this.
Whack it in this thing.
Look at this.
Exactly right. Safe, sturdy. If you go to the other side, there's
Look at this.
2 removable trays.
Look
in
at
there.
that. You can hide
So it's
stuff in this.
compartmentalised. Say that for me, Shreggy.
No way. I'm gonna
Okay,
have a
good.
crack at that.
So there's different compartments for different products.
And
so
it all fits in here.
it does.
It's
Look,
amazing.
I think we should show the punters out there how that's done, Matthew. That's a clear gun there.
Yeah, clear.
I reckon we throw that in there, Brad.
Yes, we will. Yeah, we'll get that one off too, Shreggy. Throw that in there. Make sure she sits comfortably. On top.
Look at that.
Look at that. I'll do this side. And Matt can
Don't
hold it
leave
up for
home
the
without
team.
one. That's it.
Look at that, folks.
And
Sturdy hinges too.
that's our last prize.
We're going to give this away. Jason.
I found the room in the budget.
Jason.
I don't know how you did that.
Well,
I
I stole
tell-
Kenny's from last year.
I
and
tell
brought
you
it
what,
out.
you better start asking questions, I tell you what. Because this I don't know how you got the budget for this.
He obviously hasn't spoken to our warehouse about freight, but anyway.
I take and I look after your budget. I didn't see this come
See,
through.
Kenny didn't spend enough last year, so I booked it out last financial
Look
year.
out.
See?
I tell you what, all you guys out there, if you want this Plano, you better start asking some serious questions or write that I'm a discerning shooter. All right, you start,
There's more than one people.
you start writing that, and we're gonna give that away at the end of our.
Are we there now?
Oh, no,
I think we
can talk
are.
through the fact. Surely we've got a few more questions. Have we got some questions? So Robert's asking, do the 100-round boxes match up to the 100-round case gauges in the pistol cases? Not too sure he's asking.
Neither do I.
No, I'm about to say that's a tricky one.
Up to the 100-round.
Case
Robert,
gauge.
can you explain a little bit more, please, mate?
Yeah.
It's Friday afternoon and we had a nice lunch, so feeling a little bit sluggish, the Savo.
Please explain.
Please explain.
Please explain, Robert. Have we got any other questions coming through, Digital Emily?
Yeah.
Have we got any people still on Digital Emily? Oh,
There
excellent.
we go. Jeez, I'm getting pounded. Let me tell you, I think Matthew Williamson can demonstrate this question.
What's that?
Is the shooter's case strong enough to sit on? And I know it is because I've sat on
I think
mine.
we want to see Shrekky on
Hang on a
it.
second. I'm going to stand on it.
Look at that.
Just until he went over.
There we go.
Who asked
There we
that
go.
question?
However, I weigh about 13 kilograms. So,
Who asked that question? Michael, we've answered your question. Someone can stand on it.
all right, I'll tell you what, Shaggy, you better head over to Digital Emily and track down the next winner who's going to win this Plano shooter's
I'm
case.
very sorry. We've got questions coming.
Oh,
thick
look
and
out, thick and fast. Look out.
Thick and fast.
Are they easy?
Now, this one's a very Australian question.
Okay, yeah. Right.
How many beers can fit in it?
Oh, let's have a look. I reckon you'd probably get 15.
I reckon
15 cans?
Make 15 cans.
Oh no, it's a little bit. 12.
Let's go 12
Are we
cans.
putting ice?
No,
on
no,
top.
don't worry
Ice
about
on
it.
top.
Ice on
What?
top.
12 hot cans. Mate, just drink it.
Oh, yeah, let's not do that.
Hot cans.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Shrekky.
Right, Shrekky, you have Digital Emily. Oh,
We're good to go.
we got more.
Hang on. I've got to read Robert's question.
Okay, Rob,
His explanation.
come on, Robert.
You can buy a case gauge that checks. Now I know what he means.
Right.
You can buy a case gauge that checks 100 loaded rounds at a time. You know, the Lyman case gauge.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So his original question was, do the 100-round boxes match up to the 100-round case gauges in the pistol cases? The answer is we don't know. We've never tried it. But I tell you what, I know
That's being
someone.
honest. Yeah.
I know someone dumb enough to try that, and that's me. So we'll report back next live
Shrekky
stream.
will take that on notice.
Yes.
It'll be his homework for the weekend.
I will make a note here, Robert.
Excellent. All right, well, Shrekky, I need you to go over to Digital Emily
Oh,
and
right,
find
sure.
a prize winner because this is the biggest prize we've given away. On
I mean,
Nia-
physically
on
physical
Nia
size.
TV,
Yeah.
no, I think in cost as well. In Nia
wow.
TV live stream history, this is one of the biggest prizes we're going to give away. So stay tuned as Shrekky and Digital Emily figure that out. Have we still got a studio audience there?
Oh, yeah.
Look out, hey.
Savvy B. Put that wine away.
Digital Josh, he drifted off of it.
He did,
He's still there. But come on, Shrekky, we got a winner?
Hang on, mate.
Oh,
There's a lot
come
of
on.
stuff to scroll through.
Listen,
Scroll through.
I don't know what you guys out there have got planned this weekend, but I think if you've got one thing, I know I'm looking at doing it this weekend, make sure you head down to your local firearms dealer because I tell you what, they actually do have the expertise and the knowledge to talk you through anything that you need to know regarding firearms, ammunition, and accessories. Also, any NIOA dealer that has an account with us has access to all this stuff. So if they don't have it in store, all it is a case of them asking for it, isn't it?
Yeah, with our dealer portal, they'll be able to get on and order you one tomorrow with a click of a button. Click,
Easy,
ordered.
easy. So make sure you get in there. I'll tell you what, Brad, gun dealers, some of the most knowledgeable people you'll know in these crafts, aren't
They are, and they're all enthusiasts
Yeah.
too. They all got a passion for what we all do, and as we all say, if you've got a passion for it, you'll learn it and you'll understand it, you'll know it more.
But I think this is one of the things, Jason, you might be able to, elaborate on this a bit as well. It's not kind of like the States, and in the States you've got your big places, right?
Yeah.
But they're run by corporates,
Correct.
right?
All mum and dad.
But in Australia, it really does start out as an enthusiast wanting to run a shop. Is that right?
Correct.
pretty much how it goes.
Yeah.
Ashley, in answer to your question, if Digital Emily could scroll the screen down for us.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so Ashley, hello, haven't seen you for ages. I've got the G96 standing up in there. She asked, will the G96 full-size can fit in there standing up?
No, it won't because of the compartments there.
It is way too big, and even when you take the little protective cap off, ooh,
Oh, come on. No, I don't.
But
it
don't do it
won't
that way,
do
Shrek.
However,
But you can lie them
you
down.
can put that on like that.
You could.
Well, yeah, you can do all
But
So,
that.
you know, you just take out that part there.
The only problem is it won't ratchet down.
Can I tell you where?
Don't do that.
Can I tell you where I put mine?
Yeah.
In there.
Or not. You can fit a small can in there. How
Yeah,
about that?
look,
Who gave me the big one?
Yeah, use the
that's
4
what she
ounce.
asked for, the big one.
Oh, there you go.
Use the 4 out. There you go.
Yeah.
Easy.
And we have a winner.
What-
of
who's
this
the winner?
case.
Come on.
The winner chicken dinner is Michael Rusling. He asked a couple of questions about Plano.
Michael Rusling. I
on
don't
you.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, good. Well done, mate. Well done. Congratulations. So, Michael, make sure you send us your details via the either if you're on Facebook.
Just so you know, Michael was the man that asked you to stand on the
Oh,
shooter's
he
case.
deserved it,
Yeah,
yeah.
so well done, Michael. So make sure if you're on Facebook, mate, send us your details in the personal messaging, or send us an email via marketing@nia.com.au. That'll mean Shreky and I will get it, and we'll make sure we get that sent out to you ASAP, mate.
End of next week, guys, if we can.
Why end of next week? Why are you
Oh,
doing
we
early
got-
next
well,
this week?
we got a bit on early next week.
Well, mate, the prizes and the customers
have.
come first.
Oh, okay, right. Then
All right,
we'll do it Monday.
Yeah, all right. Give it to Emily to do.
How about Wednesday? We'll come back.
Listen, guys, we've got to start wrapping this up. Look, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and helping us make the show. Thank you, guys. I think this is your
Anytime.
first time.
Correct.
Well done.
First full-time.
First full-time gig on NIOA TV Livestream.
right.
And listen, we've got a few exciting things happening out throughout the year, so stay tuned. Stay engaged.
We got something else to make an announcement.
We had to make an announcement. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, sorry, yes, we do. For those that are still sticking around, all 2 of you, all right, that are still
I hope
online.
Hang
you're a
on.
pistol shooter.
Okay.
You're a pistol shooter. It's not powder.
This
It's
is
not powder.
this is a
Definitely not
NIOA
powder.
TV live stream exclusive. It's an exclusive, all right? Brad, just today.
Just today, we can now announce that we're the Australian distributor for Alien Performance Pistols.
Yes, and I tell you what, I don't know if you guys have heard of these guys. I think the overarching company is Luago, but they make Alien pistols. They're not even, they're so new, they're not even on our website yet, all right? But you need to check out, I think they've got their own website, Alien Pistols. Check
That's
them
correct.
out.
Check them out. Highly sought after.
Oh, and in
Yeah.
terms of
Very-
competition?
Oh yeah, a very unique design too. You know, with modular slides. They've got the lowest bore axis, which reduces muzzle jump. Really accurate. You look at some of the reviews on them. It's absolutely mind blowing.
Don't
what
get
they
me wrong.
can
You
do.
get what you pay for, and
Yeah.
you will pay for this. It is a very
They're not cheap,
premium.
they're not
it's a
cheap.
premium product.
But,
But technology. We were discussing some of the technologies over a coffee this morning, and the technology in this pistol is. I don't think I've seen a pistol.
Look, the Australian
out
market's
with
been
this.
craving something like this, and we've got them coming.
They're a high end. They are going to be a bit pricey, but look, I know what you guys are saying in terms of things like the technology and everything. But I got to be honest, I just love how they look. Aesthetically, these things are amazing.
And Brad, you said the word modular early today,
Correct.
and I would totally agree with that word modular. The things that you can do, the accessories that you can clip on, you buy one pistol and you can configure it to something else, non-licensable parts. You just clip on sights and all sorts of things like that.
They make different top straps on the slide, so one that's you can just clip it off and have one ready mounted with your red dot.
Yeah.
Clip it off, put your open sight one back on. The barrels are fixed in them; they don't float. So yeah, there's so many technical differences to other pistols. They are. I'm really looking forward to getting hold of them.
Made where? I think they is Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
Czech, yep.
Yep.
Czech Republic, yep.
Yeah, but definitely worth checking. So check out Alien Pistols on the website. Like I said, we haven't even got it on our website yet, but we are now, just today, the Australian distributor, and we are really looking forward to... we're going to have to do a NIOA TV on
Tell
this.
your friends is what
We
I
will.
say.
Yeah.
Tell your
And
friends.
look,
gonna
the
be really
initial response since we announced it at 11 o'clock has been pretty
Exciting.
Yeah,
Very,
so
very
just
exciting.
in the Dealer Network. So make sure you check it out. Well, guys, we're going to have to wrap it up because it is Friday, and We've got to get ready for the weekend. So,
it overtime?
I don't know. How are we going?
It's 4:15.
Jeez, you
We
guys
have gone
can
overtime.
talk.
Wow.
I tell you what.
I didn't know we could talk so much about a Caldwell factory.
Well, I'll tell you what,
we
we're
talked
in
that
that
out.
Plastic box.
Anyway, listen, we'd like to thank you guys for joining us as always. And
Go away.
go away. We look forward to seeing you next time on NIOA TV Livestream. See you next time. You know, don't applaud or anything.
Hey!